Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm here on this island, the Menacious Isle. I'm gonna, wrap up anything that is left on this island. Collect any treasure chests that I missed or anything like that. And then after I do that, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do one of these boat races over here. I might even visit this little thing over here too if I get the chance. But yeah, okay, let's start off with completing this puzzle right here. I got this little platform. I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh, you have to time it, okay. So you gotta wait till that right there. Nope, timing was off. That's unfortunate. Right there. Cool. I like that. I like how creative that is. Okay. And I think that there was probably something else over here that I missed. Or never did. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, it's right over here. I'll get rid of these guys very fast. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can I damage these enemies with this? No. I was just wondering.
Stabilize.
I haven't fought very many of these guys, grass types, in a while.
Order guide you.
I remember them being the most annoying type to fight in the Mondstadt area, because they would hide underneath the ground, and then you wouldn't know where they're at. Okay, you. Where are you? Where is it? Why did they make these things so annoying? Oh, there it is. Ah, good grief. Finally. Finally, the stupid thing is dead. Okay, they made that all the way out there. I don't know how this is gonna work. But okay. I'm just gonna assume that it'll work. Obviously, that's not what I wanted. I guess you gotta aim it very carefully. Okay, go a little bit lower. Oh, I get it now. You gotta aim for that right down there. Come on. Yay! And I think I see a treasure chest down there too. I'll go get that in a second. Just don't want to forget that it's there. Because it was hidden underneath the wooden board that made up the target. There were quite a few treasure chests on this island. I have to say, didn't I already do this one? Why does it feel like I already did this? There we go. Darn you. Thank goodness. And I don't think there are very many left here. What in the world? Look at that. All the way out there in the middle of the sea. Like a little energy bubble or something. Weird. Okay. Now I think that I've already solved all the puzzles up here. I could be wrong about that. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if I was wrong, but I wish that... I don't think I have a thing for detecting treasure in this area. Like, I know that I have the Anemo treasure compass, but that doesn't work in this place, so... Well, whatever. I'm gonna just assume that I'm done for now in this place. Come on. There we go. Actually, let me see something very fast. Achievements. Claim these. And now I'm gonna make a wish, because I should be able to make a wish finally. Yep. Why is it Sucrose again? In the last video, I got Sucrose, and now I'm getting her again. I don't mind. I mean, hey, you know, if it fills up her constellation, then you know that's great. But I'm still like shocked that it was her again. Let's go out to this little island very fast. Or not island, this rock formation. I don't think that there's anything here, though, which is unfortunate, but not terribly surprising. So let's see very fast. I'm going to consider this island done, even though I'm not entirely confident that it's done. But I'm going to just hope that it is. Collect the damage mask. I don't remember... Oh, it must have been from Hilly Churl that fell down from up above. Okay. Now I can go over to this challenge thing. How much you want to bet that when I start up this challenge, I'm facing the wrong way again? It just seems to be how things are, yeah. It always feels like I'm facing just the wrong way. It never works out the way I want it to. I need to collect 13 coins, but I'm not seeing any so far. There we go. Okay. That's why I'm not seeing any. I was like worried that the coins were somewhere that I wasn't seeing for some reason. I'm gonna have to go back to that in a little bit. Because... What? How did the challenge fail? Try again. I'm confused. Was I supposed to stop at that one area? What? Oh. Why didn't they start me in the boat? Okay. That time, I was facing the right way. But I don't see any coins that I should be picking up, so I don't understand. There we go. I would rather take it a little bit more slowly, just in case there's something that I'm missing. Defeat opponents, okay. I defeated the opponents with the insignias, or whatever. Ah, crap. There we go. Hopefully, fighting these guys up here will help me somehow. Otherwise, I'm confused. No, leave me alone.
What's the hurry?
Darn you.
This moment will be frozen.
There we go. Where is it? Disappeared on me.
Freeze.
Ah, crap. Why didn't you target the one I wanted to target?
I will have order.
Okay, clearly this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think I'm supposed to fight these guys at all. Because otherwise it's taking too long. But where could the coins be then? Because I'm not seeing them.
Retribution.
What? Ah, crap. I did not mean for that to happen.
Cool it.
Okay. Well, that worked out. Now I just gotta get rid of this guy up here. And then collect my treasure chest. At least I can get something out of this, you know? Because otherwise that was just a waste of time. Unfortunately, that means that I'll have to redo this this thing again, but I won't have these enemies bothering me during it, so... Like, treasure. I could try to finish this still, but I don't know what the point is. It'll probably just end right now, right? What? Oh! Okay. I think I know where... I think I know what you're supposed to do. Okay, so these guys really are necessary to defeat. And the reason why I say that is because they want you to, it's considered as like an objective, I guess you could say, in all of this. So as long as you keep things running, they give you plenty of time to do this too, so I'm not too worried about messing things up. Okay, now that I've done that... Ah, crap. There we go. I hope that I'm not missing anything behind my... behind me. There we go. Now I just drop down and glide a little bit more normally. There we go. 3 of them at the end. Cool. And then there's the finish line. Although I took some damage, but it's fine. Okay. Where am I now? Okay, cool. I've already done this one. I never marked that, and I never marked this. So let's claim my reward. Okay. And there we go, there we go, and there we go. So now I've just got 1, 2, 3 of those left. And I definitely intend to do all of those. So I've already been to this island before, obviously. In fact, this is the island that I came to after all of the other islands rose up, I think. Now it's time to go over here, and I'm gonna actually stop by this on the way. There we go. Ah. Why did they design it like that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. These guys are easy enough to get rid of anyways. I should really get Fischl back in my party, shouldn't I? Kaeya isn't as useful in this situation, but
here we go.
It doesn't matter. There we go.
Solidify.
Huh, it didn't raise the pillar up? That's unfortunate. Okay.
Time for
I may as well
takeoff.
use that to get rid of these 3.
Yeah.
At least that's what I was hoping to do, but they're kind of stubborn, aren't they? One of them's alive on this platform down here, which is unfortunate for me. That means I have to chase him. I'm not even going to bother with any loot that they drop. It's a waste of time right now. I don't want to waste too much time.
Stabilize.
At least not today.
Let's play.
I can get rid of, Oh, that didn't knock him off. Usually that knocks him off their feet. Is that it? Yep. Okay. Where's my boat? There it is. Now I'll make my way all the way over to the island that I should have explored before. Actually, yeah, it doesn't have any kind of teleportation thing, which is unfortunate. I'll solve some of these puzzles first and then worry about other things afterward. Oh, crap. You know, I'm gonna change out Kaeya very fast. Zhongli did not heal up as much as I'd hoped they would. There you go. One more? I think it's only one more, yeah. Do that. One more time. A second here. Whenever it'll allow me. At least for Diluc. Summon the Wave Rider right there. Okay, cool. Ah, leave me alone. There you go. May as well collect my reward for what do you call it? Mining those. Is there anything else over here? There's stuff up here, obviously. This is definitely one of the new islands that was underneath the sea. I can tell because I don't remember this structure up here, and this is obviously the tallest structure in the area. Slightly wooden plank, damaged wooden plank. Attack to Paimon. Oh, over there. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about that. So, oh, this seems to be a ship. Well, more like half a ship. But what would half a ship be doing in a place like this? Oh look, there's some words carved on it. Let's see what they say. Though the front half was lost, we've somehow managed to stay afloat on the remaining back half for some time now. Now that's what I call a ship, haha. Unfortunately, most of the ship's load is probably sitting at the bottom of the sea by now. It seems like we floated here on the southeast currents. Well, that doesn't matter. The problem that we need to solve right now is how to leave this place. Looks to Paimon like they were a group of people who were stranded at sea. It says the front half was lost. Oh, so that must mean that this remaining back half. Ugh. What could have possibly caused the ship to break into two like that? It also said that they ended up here by floating on the southeast currents. If we follow that way, the way that they came, and look for the front half of the ship, maybe we'll find something. Let's bring the carved wood plank we just read with us too. Oh, Paimon gets it. You think these carved words might be some sort of clue? Makes sense to Paimon. Most of the ship's wood has already started to rot. The carved plank will probably break right off. Alright, let's snap off the plank and go search for the other half of the ship. Huh. I wasn't expecting something like that. So, it's a quest. Okay, I'll worry about that a little bit later. But for right now, the main quest is what I'm more concerned with. Once I, claim all the other things around here. Yay! An ominous mask. It's better than nothing. And I get a whole lot of nothing, usually, from enemies. Oh, look. This guy was attacking me. It's kind of annoying. Good. Let's claim this echoing conch.
Hey, I found it! The other half of the ship, it's here! After everything we went through with the army, all our hard-won treasure is gone, and so's the ship. When Chief Genome finds out, we'll be in for the scolding of a lifetime. This samurai puppet is all that's left. And we're no more capable of getting out of here on our own strength than it is.
Okay, so they were from Inazuma, huh? I mean, it makes sense because we saw the puppet already, but still, it wasn't guaranteed that they were from Inazuma. So let's make our way over to this part of the island and defeat these guys. Oh yeah, I should be doing that right now. I didn't intend to keep wait a second, Barbara in my party, but for as long as I have, that is. Well, that's annoying.
Order guide you.
Something has been shooting me in the back for a little bit now. Take care of it in a second. Okay, you. Cool. And that guy too. Yay! That wasn't too hard. I got a couple of lucky shots in. Lucky for me, that is. I have a lot of bad luck when it comes to... What in the... Oh, it's an echoing conch. The conch carries soft, distant sound of waves. Well, that's not... Wait a second. Why did it sound like it was actually doing something when I added the... Am I imagining things? It sounds like it was reacting to the wind. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna try something.
Think you can get away?
Okay, there's something bizarre about this. I'm gonna mark this on the map here as a ham. Because why not? And as far as anything else is concerned, I'm not going to bother with the rest of that stuff. I don't think that there's anything important over there anyways. Let's finally get the show on the road. Is that Diluc and Kaeya? It is. That's weird. I wasn't expecting to see them here.
Look, there are two figures over there. Huh? It looks like... What the heck are they doing here? It's Kaeya and the weird grown-up.
Huh. I had no idea we'd run into you here. An unexpected pleasure.
What are you two doing here?
Huh? So it's not Dodo King?
Dodo King. Huh.
So it was Dodo King that invited you to these islands. What a coincidence.
What? Did the same thing happen to them?
What do you mean?
I'll get to that. But first, I want to enjoy some more of this island sunshine. Master Diluc might actually get a tan.
It's nighttime.
Wait, did you two sail here? How did you get past the storms and fog?
Storms and fog? We must have gotten lucky. When we arrived, there wasn't a patch of fog in sight. Now it feels like I'm on vacation. But as you know, a boat wouldn't have made it over. We had no choice but to use the same method of transport you did.
Huh? You mean Diluc carried you here too?
You seem surprised. Dragon flights are a fairly conspicuous affair. Eye-catching, one could say.
Wait, so everyone found out that I...
It would seem that people noticed a dragon, but not necessarily the cargo. Still, word spread quickly that a dragon was in town.
Oh, thank goodness.
Who knew that everyone's favorite bard had the power to summon dragons?
Oh, geez. Has he discovered that Venti is...
I guess Diluc must be a die-hard fan of classical ballads.
I know that Kaeya's just messing around.
Wow.
I assume you two traveled here together?
Kaeya is a lot more clever than that. Plus, I think it's been implied that Kaeya and Diluc are both really, really old.
You assume. The acting grandmaster's jokes have improved of late. Do we seem like fitting travel companions to you? There were actually 2 others that arrived with us on the island. They wandered off for various reasons.
I wonder who those could be.
Various reasons?
Huh. Maybe Albedo and somebody else?
Let's just say that big egos aren't conducive to team cohesion.
Egos? You mean they abandoned you?
An incisive observation. Nothing ever gets past the honorary knight.
So, who were the 2 others?
Albedo and Razor.
Wow, I called one of them.
Huh? Albedo and Razor? Yay!
I wouldn't have guessed Razor, though.
Don't tell us you all came here for a vacation.
Wait, Kaeya, if you're here, who is overseeing the Knights of Favonius?
The mighty librarian Lisa, of course.
Okay.
Not to worry. In some ways, she's stricter than either of us. Any evildoers in Mondstadt need to watch out for the next several days.
Thankfully, Lisa's there. Where did Albedo and Razor go?
Also, what was that white smoke I just saw?
Ah yes, that. I should start with how we ended up here. We arrived by dragon, but as soon as we entered the island's vicinity, something caught Razor's eye. He jumped straight off of the dragon's back and vanished into the ocean. We worried that he'd be in danger, so we also leapt off the dragon and glided onto this island. But as you can see, this is but a deserted land. Based on previous experience, I decided that it would be best to wait for contact, while Diluc believed that Razor wouldn't return to find us. During our little dispute, Albedo quietly disappeared on us.
Albedo is skilled at avoiding difficult situations.
Hold on. How come he was able to walk off, but you 2 are stuck here?
Who knows? Perhaps we're fated to be doomed together. Right, Master Diluc?
Is that so?
Albedo is an alchemist, and skilled at his craft. If I could use those beautiful artificial flowers of his, it would be a simple affair to traverse these islands.
For some reason, I remember that our initial landing zone was the island over there with the higher mountains. Only at your insistence did we change course and land here.
Oh my, but your footsteps melted the water that I took such effort to freeze. Who made cryo and pyro so incompatible? If you had a geovision, I'd be long asleep on one of the other islands.
Oh, so what I saw earlier was just steam from vaporized water?
Paimon still can't tell if you guys are really close or hate each other's guts.
Regardless, things seem to be livelier now, which is...
Yes, it is a boon to have extra allies in an unknown situation. You 2, please join our travels.
Sure.
But of course.
Our top priority is to find Albedo and Razor. Do you know which direction they went?
For now, it's impossible to locate Razor. As for Albedo, he went that way.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go look for him.
Okay, then. Look for Albedo. He's where exactly? Oh, he's all the way over here, on an island I haven't explored yet. So first of all, let's check out the rest of this island before I do anything else. I gotta go over to that little sandbar over there, and so I've got to get that to turn blue. And this has got to be turned that way. And that should be a blue one, as far as I can tell. So let's activate this very fast. And hope that I have good aim. I guess I don't. There we go. Good. Those aren't too hard to understand once you've done them, but I wish that the game had taken the time to show you tutorials or something for how to solve them, because The fact that I was struggling so much before was very annoying. Okay, I think that this little sandbar is done. At least for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little skull on there, whatever monster head thing. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go to the next story event that's all the way up there. Instead, my focus is going to be on doing at least one more of these boat things before I stop. I could add a skull there. I just gotta remember that the ham that I added is for that echoing conch. I don't know why I couldn't activate it. Okay. So let's look for another one of those. Wish that you could see him easily enough. Well, actually, I could see him easily enough on the map, but I'm being stubborn. Go to challenge. It's all the way out there. I can actually just teleport right here, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about the island that I'm teleporting to. Like any of the treasures and stuff on it. My only goal is to complete this challenge. And there is an awful lot to do on this island. Like, way more than I thought there would be. Wow, that's big. They added a lot to that one. It feels even bigger than that other island that took me an entire video to get through. Okay. Summon the Wave Rider. Look at that thing. Yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff going on. Where is it? Oh, it's right in the middle of this mess. Okay. Now, it's just a matter of starting. Good. For just a split second there, I was worried that I would be facing the wrong way again. Now it's just a matter of following the path. Defeat the opponents to obtain the extra insignia. That's what it said anyway. It's not too hard when they have those barrels that explode right next to them. Okay. And this one's a little bit awkward because of how many sharp turns they have you make. There we go. And all the way up here. Cool. You know, I think I have enough time to do another one of those. I may actually try to finish all 3 of them. So that's done. Whoa. Hey, you, leave me alone. I'm not worried about you right now. So let's activate that very fast. And claim the 3 prizes there. Oh. Nope. Ah. The controls for that are a little bit awkward. I just noticed that I could claim this too. So I'll do that. I want to finish these challenges as well for obvious reasons, but I'll worry about that later. I don't think I've seen any... Oh, I can't take on the challenges for that yet. Not until I complete the story events. Okay. So where... Which one do I want to do? I think I'll select this option. It's all the way out there. Man, I wish that I had known that before. Maybe there's a different one. I haven't attempted that one yet. I don't know why I didn't check that out before. Like, use the map to go to those. I could have easily done it. It wasn't too hard. I'm gonna fly out to this thing to summon the boat and then go over there. The weather here is so weird. It doesn't seem natural. You think? Before I start that challenge, I'm gonna activate this teleporter. There. Now that I've activated that teleporter, I can start this challenge here. Okay, I think that the wind indicates the direction. So, like the direction that the challenge will start in. Yeah, it does. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that before. I'm glad that I finally did, though. Okay. For a second there, I thought that I had to fight those things. This music, I think I've commented on it reminding me of Dragon Quest before, but right now it's actually reminding me of another game called Ni no Kuni. I mean, that's just what it sounds like to me. Okay. Oh, gotta jump off. Collect those coins, hope I don't miss any. Ah, crap. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I can always make up for it by just, gliding off from up here. No. Hopefully, I don't have to do this again. There we go. I think that these, yeah, those actually replenish your stamina when you go through them. Okay, good. Even with me making that big of a mess up, it still worked out really well. I don't know how you could possibly fail those if, you know, like fail to get the full score normally, unless you mess up really bad. Okay, the last one, I know exactly where that's at. All the way out there. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to this challenge right here. And then from there, I'll go all the way up there and then I'll call it quits for this video. Oh, cool. It got the two guys over there. It didn't knock these guys off, the ones that were closest to me, but it did knock them off, so... Cool. Now that I've done that, I can go over to the next one. Oh, look at that. I think that that might be the ship that's part of that one quest. The sunken ship. Let's get off very fast. Check it out. It's not letting me interact with anything, so I don't know. What I'll do is I'll mark this on the map and then come back here later when the sea level rises. So I'll mark it with a 4-leaf clover so that way I'll know not to remove the marking later. At least I hope I'll remember not to. There's no telling, because sometimes I forget things and I remove stuff that I shouldn't have removed. So for this one, I've got to be facing... There we go. Gotta be facing this way. Okay. And right here. That wasn't too hard. It looked harder than it actually was. Man, there's a lot to do. The more I see, the more I realize how much there is to do here. No, I'm gonna destroy those platforms just in case. Okay. And I defeated all of the enemies according to that, so I don't have to destroy the platforms, I just have to make sure that the enemies are dead. And destroying the little bomb things is actually enough to do that. What the? Why would they have you go around like that? I mean, I don't think I had to follow it like that, but I did it anyways. Okay. Let's hope that this won't cause me issues. Good. There's only 2 left. They're both right here. Wow, the way that worked out. And that should be it for those. At least as far as I know. Let's check it out. Wrong one. Claim, claim, and claim. So... Yep. All those are done. Good. Now that I've finished those, let's check out the, this very fast. So I still have to do a total of 3 more of those. That's not too hard. And then another 3 of those. Okay. Let's check out the event shop very fast, just because I can. Claim this since it's a unique item. And that as well, and that as well. The rest of these aren't unique, so I'm not worried about those. Dodoko Tails. Oh, look at that. They've got things that I can't buy yet because I don't have any mini Harpastoms. Okay. That's probably going to be part of the, like a currency from the next challenge or whatever. May as well get rid of these guys very fast. Wow, this thing is a lot more durable than I remember it being. Usually when I would attack them with fire in the Mondstadt region, they would die pretty fast, but the hardest part about dealing with them was the fact that they seemed to have, what do you call it? They're very good at hiding. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is this little island right here that I'm on. Why can't... No? Look how far away the cursor is. I'm just trying to mark the island. You stupid game. There. I mean... I had to go out of my way to do that, which is annoying. So... now I've done that. I'm going to actually stop now, I think, because... aside from visiting this over here, and I'll actually stop right here, so that way I can explore these islands as I make my way over to the checkpoint. So thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I will be doing that. So yeah, bye-bye.